Perched majestically along the pristine shoreline of Lake George stands an architectural masterpiece that has witnessed over a century of American history. The magnificent Peabody Estate at 2974 Lakeshore Drive. This Tudor Revival mansion, with its imposing granite foundation and rich historical significance, represents one of the last surviving treasures from the area's famed Millionaire's Row during the Gilded Age. The estate's story begins with Royal C. Peabody, the ambitious founder of Brooklyn Edison, now part of Con Edison, one of America's earliest electric companies. In 1895, Peabody commissioned a grand summer residence on Lake George's western shore, enlisting his son Charles S. Peabody's architecture firm, Ludlow and Peabody, to design this opulent retreat. Named Wikiosco, an Algonquin word meaning home on beautiful waters, the mansion embodied the affluence and social prestige of America's industrial titans during the Gilded Age. What made this architectural collaboration particularly special was the family connection, a father entrusting his vision to his son's expertise, creating a lasting monument to the Peabody family legacy along what became known as Millionaire's Row. Disaster struck in 1911 when the original structure was consumed by fire, reducing Royal Peabody's dream home to ashes. Rather than abandon his lakeside paradise, Charles Jones Peabody, another family member who had acquired the property, commissioned a complete rebuilding in 1913. The new mansion, which he renamed Everly, rose from the ashes with an even more impressive design, featuring a robust stone foundation that has endured to this day. The reconstructed Tudor Revival mansion showcased the highest craftsmanship of the era. Rough-cut granite on the first story, complemented by stucco and decorative half-timber framing on the upper levels, crowned with distinctive gable dormers. Inside, master artisans created carved oak doors, intricate built-ins, majestic oak beams, captivating stained glass windows, and elegant crown moldings. The Peabody family's impact on Lake George extended beyond this single estate. The three Peabody brothers, Royal Canfield, Charles Jones, and George Foster, all owned magnificent properties along the lake's western shore, forming their own family enclave within the larger community of wealthy industrialists and financiers who summered in the region. Charles Jones Peabody was not merely a wealthy homeowner, but also a founding member of the Lake George Club, establishing the family as central figures in the area's social scene. Their prominence solidified the Western Shore's reputation as the playground of America's elite, with the Peabodys representing the epitome of Gilded Age prosperity and influence. Since its rebuilding in 1913, the mansion has witnessed dramatic changes in America while remaining an architectural constant on the Lake George shoreline. Added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1984, the estate has passed through various owners' hands, each bringing their own vision while respecting its historical significance. The property spent nearly 3 decades under the stewardship of Dr. Stephen and Kate Serlin beginning in the early 1990s. More recently, it was owned by Gary and Dawn Konsikowski, who operated the once popular Water Slide World attraction in Lake George. The mansion has undergone several meticulous restorations, preserving its original grandeur while adapting to modern living standards. Today, the Peabody Estate encompasses approximately 31 acres, with 470 feet of coveted Lake George waterfront. The 12,000-square-foot mansion features 8 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 6 fireplaces, a wine cellar, and numerous other luxurious amenities that would make its original owner proud. What makes the estate particularly remarkable is its status as one of the few remaining intact mansions from Lake George's Gilded Age heyday. While many similar properties have been demolished or drastically altered over the decades, The Peabody Estate stands as a living testament to an era when industrial titans transformed America's landscape, both economically and architecturally. To understand the Peabody Estate's significance, one must appreciate the broader context of Lake George's western shore during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This stretch, aptly dubbed Millionaire's Row, became the summer retreat of choice for America's industrial elites. A breathtaking assemblage of mansions showcasing architectural styles, from colonial revival to Victorian Gothic to Tudor. The Row's residents represented a who's who of American industry and finance, not just the Peabody family, but names like Vanderbilt, Wrigley, and numerous others who shaped the nation's economy. These families brought with them not just wealth, but cultural sophistication, transforming the Lake George region into a northern complement to Newport, Rhode Island's famous mansion scene. The area became renowned for lavish summer parties, sailing regattas, and exclusive social gatherings where business relationships were formed and strengthened away from the heat and crowds of urban centers. While maintaining an air of rustic retreat, these estates spared no expense in luxury and comfort. In recent years, the Peabody Estate has been listed for sale at various price points, reaching as high as $23.5 million in 2022, a dramatic increase from the $1.1 million it sold for in 2023-2002. Whether as a private residence or potential development opportunity, the property continues to capture imaginations and represent an irreplaceable piece of American architectural heritage. The mansion stands today as a reminder of both the opulence of the Gilded Age and the timeless appeal of Lake George's natural beauty. It represents an era when newly minted industrial fortunes transformed America's landscape, leaving behind architectural treasures that continue to inspire awe more than a century later. For those fortunate enough to glimpse this lakeside jewel, the Peabody Estate offers a tangible connection to a transformative period in American history, when electric power was revolutionizing daily life, and the titans who controlled this new technology built monuments to their success along the shores of one of America's most beautiful lakes.